Just about every college basketball fan knows the story of when Larry Bird took Indiana State to the NCAA championship game in 1979. However, what they probably don't know is that about 2 years earlier, there was another unlikely run that captured the nation's hearts. It involved one of Bird's future teammates with the Boston Celtics, someone who's still considered the greatest basketball player to ever play for the Charlotte 49ers.
Cooper goes for three. It's over.
As a member of some of the great Boston Celtic teams of the 1980s, Cedric Maxwell is a proud two-time NBA champion. What he's not, however, is a winner in college basketball. Almost 50 years later, it's something that still gets to him.
I would have actually given the world championship back if I could have gotten to the final game.
Maxwell's Charlotte team in 1977 came so close after coming so far. Consider that just over a decade earlier, the basketball team didn't even exist.
You know, all of us were kind of misfits. We came to UNC Charlotte, as not a major program, and went from being a invisible program to put Charlotte pretty much on the map.
The Niners' rise actually started the year before. They fell in the NIT final game to Kentucky. It was then when Maxwell began to realize they had something special.
They beat us by a couple of points, and so we knew we belonged. And matter of fact, I knew I belonged.
The kid who was cut from his high school basketball team as a junior had suddenly become a bona fide star.
I'm not blowing my own horn, but I'm the greatest player to ever play at UNC. I'm the GOAT.
A one-point victory for UNCC.
Averaging over 22 points, Maxwell's numbers at Charlotte back up his bravado. He led his team to a 21-3 record before they ultimately won a Sun Belt championship.
Lee Rose made a comment. He said, pound for pound, I was the best player in America. And it just showed me, because Lee Rose wasn't fast with compliments. But for him to say that about me really said a lot about who I was and how he felt about my game.
But for Maxwell, the best was yet to come. The NCAA tournament began with wins over Central Michigan and Syracuse. Even number one Michigan didn't stand a chance, as little Charlotte punched its ticket to the Final Four.
We just happened to be better than them. And to get to the Final Four, and with the possibility of possibly winning it, it was one of the best things that ever happened.
Their run, however, ended against Marquette.
Here's Maxwell.
Soon after, Maxwell was bound for the NBA. More basketball was in front of him, but behind it was an experience that set him up for success.
I grew as a young man into a man during that time. Had 4 great years at UNC Charlotte and loved every minute of it.
It's a moment in time he wouldn't trade for anything. Well, as he'd be the first to tell you, almost anything.